The Matrix uses allegories and philosophies to convey controversial messages, such as the belief in a savior is nothing more than a mechanism for human control, or that when we think that we are free, we are actually still prisoners of said mechanism, as well as several anti-system ideas in general. There is a message that usually goes unnoticed by the viewers, and that is when the film talks about the Matrix and its control over our minds. It's not only referring to the control of the machines, but of our society. Welcome to Matrix Explained, and today we're going to take a look at the Matrix and analyze one of the most controversial messages it conveys. Do we live inside the Matrix?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
We would like to announce our new giveaway. Many of you really wanted a copy of the Matrix Comics 20th Anniversary Collection, so we will be once again giving away a free copy of this graphic novel with a poster of the original 1999 Matrix film. For your chance to win, subscribe to this channel, leave a like on this video, and leave in the comment section below which character would you like to see return in Matrix 4 and why. The winner will be announced on October 10th. To know if we live in a Matrix-like system, we must first know what the film refers to as the Matrix. When Morpheus explains to Neo what the Matrix is, he gives a clear definition of what it represents, of how Neo is a part of it in order for him to be able to perceive it. To understand if this applies to our reality, we must understand Morpheus's words.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
The first thing you may have noticed is the references to Alice in Wonderland, a novel by Lewis Carroll. It tells the story of a girl who falls into a rabbit hole and ends up in a totally different world from hers. Just like Alice, Neo is in a fantasy world, one that he has accepted as real and everything that comes with it.
Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean.
Free will and destiny are topics discussed continuously in philosophy. If we accept that each person has a destiny to fulfill, this would represent the existence of a supreme being. Free will means the freedom to choose our own destiny after all. It is at this moment that the similarities between the Matrix and our society can be seen.
What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
Although each person has their own notion of freedom, are we really the ones who decide our future? Most people are often subjected to different paradigms or social traditions without questioning them. We are born, we go to school, we go to college, we take out loans to pay for college. We graduate and get a job to pay for those loans, and thus keeping the economy moving. We get married, we make a family, we buy a house and get a mortgage that we may not be able to finish paying before we die, but not before sending our own children to follow in the same path and repeat the cycle indefinitely. So then, are we truly free? Is our existence just another part of a system that keeps moving the economy forward with pre-established dreams and with a sense of freedom that is no more than a simple illusion? Most people don't question if the goals set by their parents are the correct ones, if there's another path that they can take. So what is the Matrix?
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window.
Morpheus's words could be referring to the world inside the Matrix, but in actuality, it is a reference to our society, as there are many methods of control to limit our freedom.
You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
Television was for many years the primary method of communication in the world. Most people did not question the information they received. so anything they saw on TV, they assumed to be true. This made the TV one of the most effective means of control.
You can feel it when you go to work, when you pay your taxes.
We live in an economic system that forces us to work and pay taxes. The worrying thing about this is that most people do not know what money actually represents. They don't know how the economic system that controls the planet works. Systems like capitalism, socialism, or communism. So think twice before you say that you are free to do what you want, when you are dependent on a currency that determines the value of each country, that without it, you could not cover your basic needs. We believe in the illusion that money gives us freedom, when in reality, it makes us more dependent on the system. Most people live to work for a system without realizing it, in order to meet pre-established goals created to maintain the functionality of that system.
When you go to church.
Religion is also a part of this system of control, which attacks non-believers and promotes credulity, for which it is defined as a virtue, leading people to believe without question and accept those beliefs only because they are born in a society where they dominate. More than a simulator where they control us, the film makes an allegory to reality, one that is less fanciful than in the movie, but has the same mental control. A social, political, economic, and religious control that guides millions of people to follow a path that they believe they have chosen, to achieve pre-established goals that only favors the system of their countries, leading them to an endless cycle of generations that believe that they are free, when in reality, they are prisoners.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
If you enjoy our content and are a fan of The Mandalorian and Star Wars, please subscribe to our other channel, Mandalorian Universe. There you will find daily news and theory videos about the hit show and of the Star Wars universe. For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.